We're moving you to Precinct 303. Should be a good fit. Most of the block's jacked in or too strung out to make trouble. Minor gang activity, some triad, crypto-punks, AI rights activists. I'm sure you'll find ways to keep busy. Just try to keep your nose clean. I know it's tough. Nothing stays clean for long.
Hey guys, how are you doing? So we finally started the stream. I hope you enjoyed that cool little intro. I thought it would be a bit more interesting than just a kind of a bland picture and just show that. Welcome everybody. Welcome Sloth Boy, Gaming with Fusion, Joe Mata, Mr. White, of course. And yeah, I was just talking to Mr. White that it's 12:30 a.m. Where I am as well. You might have noticed that it's not the normal set I film in, and that's because I'm in my parents' house back home. I went to get vaccinated because in Ireland I would have probably had to wait until like November or something. But yeah, welcome everybody. Okay, yeah, I got I brought some of my gear, I guess, because I knew I wanted to do this, even though I was away. This Oculus Gaming Showcase is the first of its kind, and I think it's going to be interesting. So I wanted to really do this live stream. But before anything else, I guess I have a bit of an announcement. Some of the guys who I've talked to on Discord a bit more know this, but I have a lot of content ideas and a lot of stuff I want to do with the channel, and I've kind of realized that it's hard to do it on my own, especially having a full-time job. It's a bit difficult. So we're I guess the big announcement is we're expanding the VR Man Cave team with one of my very good friends, Bog Daddy. Come in, man.
Hey guys, hey everyone, nice to be here.
Okay, and yeah, I guess, are you excited, man, for joining the team?
Man, I'm thrilled. I'm actually thrilled of being able to create some content and put it out there, and given the fact that we can work and we will work together, I'm really excited for that as well.
Yeah, that's it, because we're gonna do a lot of videos together. We're gonna do some of them separate. Probably all live streams will be together, because actually Bogdan was the one who helped me out with all of the live streams I've done until now. And actually, when I say all of them, it's like 2, right? I've done 2 or 3.
2 or 3, not really sure. I think it's 3, but I think that one of them you did it by yourself, I think.
I don't think so. Bogdan is kind of a guru, and we have 23 people. Wow, I think that's the most we've ever had on a live stream.
Yeah,
that's exciting. Hey guys, hey Kyle Johnson, how are you, man? Let's have a look at the chat. I actually have it on a tablet here as well.
Yeah, I can help you with that.
Yeah, it's his tablet, so he has to kind of unlock it for me.
Power of the finger.
That sounds weird. Power of the. It sounds like a.
Power of the thumb.
No, don't say that on
Power
YouTube.
of the fingerprint.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
that's slightly better.
Okay.
Okay, so Joe Mata says it's 2:30 p.m. in California.
Ooh.
You're lucky. It's still it's what is it? 12:26 a.m.
Yeah.
But we're that dedicated to the channel and to you guys, and really wanted to do this. We kind of debated it a bit if we were still going to do it, because initially I looked at the time for the Oculus Gaming Showcase, and for some reason I thought it was earlier, and then I
Yeah.
realized it was at like 1 a.m. But yeah, it should be fun. I'm really excited, guys. What games are you excited to see? Like if you have any anything you're looking forward to. I'm still, and I've said this on Discord 1,000 times already, but I'm really hoping for some Assassin's Creed VR footage from Ubisoft. But it I hope it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a bit shorter than I expected. So Oculus said it's gonna be 25 minutes. But on the bright side of that, I'm good, Kyle Johnson, as well. I'm good, Kyle. I'm really good. Yeah, I actually live in Dublin, so it's on the same time zone as the UK. But now I'm back home in Romania getting vaccinated. I'm actually scheduled for Saturday. Yeah, 10:26 is really not bad. So yeah, I was saying that the Oculus Gaming Showcase is going to be 25 minutes long. And the good part to that, like I was a bit disappointed that it's a bit short, but on the bright side is it means we're only probably getting trailers, like no keynotes, no useless talking or introductions. It's going to be all raw content, so I can't wait.
Well, man, content is king nowadays, so it has to be an event where you also keep the attention of the people and take care that this is a VR stage, and
Yeah.
it's not yet that popular. I mean, we're
How can you say that on our channel?
it's not that
No.
popular in the world. It's popular among us, among the people who are here, and some other friends around maybe. But this topic, I don't think that it managed to reach the scale of being known by each and every one.
Oh yeah. It's kind of on the verge of
Yeah.
becoming mainstream. As it's a really exciting time, and it's I think the perfect time, and this is
Yeah.
actually why I brought Bogdan in on the VR Man Cave action, because there's just so much content coming out. There's so much to cover, and it's like, you guys know that I've started the news thing, the VR News Today show, and I made one episode because I kind of didn't have time, and there were so many games coming out, so I thought games are probably more interesting than news. But now that it's the two of us, we were actually debating, guys. I'm gonna go towards you for advice on this. Would you like us to do the VR News Today as a live show every week, where we kind of discuss the news from that week, like show videos related to that news, or show
Yeah, I'm thinking about
articles?
maybe doing some sort of a podcast, some sort of setup on
Like still a video podcast, like it would be
yeah,
still
yeah,
recorded,
yeah,
like
yeah,
video as well,
of
not
course,
just audio.
Of course, yeah. A video podcast, weekly or bi-weekly, something like that. Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon.
We'll have
or
to
Sunday.
probably check the YouTube analytics to
Yeah.
figure out when most of you guys would be on. But judging by the number of viewers on this one, we probably need to do it late at night. But that's fine
Yeah.
on a weekend.
Cool.
We can sleep in on Sunday and stay up later.
Yeah, I would comment a bit on Gaming with Fusion's comment over there that the Quest sales were really impressive. Yeah, for sure, it was explosive. But I do think that this is only the beginning. This might be
For sure.
the first, let's call it, modern VR.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think this year is probably like taking HTC's event out of the equation, because that's the only actual VR hardware launch I know of this year. It's going to be in May, and we're definitely going to do a live stream on it. But yeah, it's other than that, I think it's going to be a year mostly focused on content and on games, because yes, we have a lot of games, but if you think about the really good ones, you have like 5 maybe, like really good ones. So it's the type of thing that I think we need in VR, because Oculus, some of you may not know, but Oculus has said that there won't be any kind of Quest 2 Pro or Quest 3 this year. So at the earliest, it's going to be in 2022. So I guess we'll have to see. But I know a lot of you. I was talking to on Discord. A lot of you were happy. Would have been happy to hear that their new Quest 2 is not going to be outdated in like 6 months. Because that would kind of suck.
That's good. Having a team continuously develop and getting all the bits and pieces of updates that we got in the last versions is really good. But what I'm really honestly surprised about the developers is that they are not coming out with small bits and pieces and patches. They're coming out with pretty big features. The one with the couch, I mean, that's actually cool.
That's cool, and something that a lot of people have been looking for is actually the ability to track objects as well. Like being able to track your drink in VR, your water bottle, just being able to reach out and take it and drink some water, or I don't know, maybe a beer or something.
If you could also emulate that somehow into the game, we could have a VR man cave and VR chat or Red Room.
The way I usually
actually enjoy a drink.
Yeah, and the way I usually do it, because we don't have that feature yet, is I kind of know where the Guardian is, and I pop my head out of it and kind of are able to see outside and grab it. Because I kind of roughly know, like whenever I draw, and I know you were saying that you do this as well.
Yeah.
Whenever I draw my Guardian, I have like an arrow in one side of it just to okay, my head is on underneath that thing. I usually just draw an arrow so I know which way is forward, which way is something. Like I do an arrow towards my desk or towards something that I know where that is, so I can orient myself. I was actually talking to you. We were talking yesterday. How cool would it be to have a feature in the Guardian where you could tag the walls of the Guardian as being front, back, left, right, or even just front, even just one where you could say, I know that's where the window is or whatever.
Yeah.
Like at least to orient yourself a bit. I know a lot of people use the those VR mats that have like the plastic thingies on them, and you can kind of feel them with your feet and know where the front is. But
I would say that this mainly depends on your actual setup, on your play space. Because for me, I'm pretty lucky because I can actually move my couch and I create sort of a 3 by 3 meters size to play in, and I'm actually losing a bit of play space by creating that arrow. But I would say I'm much more benefited from knowing where I am in real life.
You don't actually need to lose any space. So the way I do it is I draw my normal Guardian, and then I draw just a line like this outside. And even if it goes into the wall, like in real life, it doesn't really matter because you're not gonna step into that line because it's like this.
That also, I haven't really tried that. Thank you. For sure, I will try. Next time I'm gonna hop online.
And guys, hey Moonlord, yeah, you missed. Oh, Gaming with Fusion actually updated you. Yeah, so Bogdan, or as you know him from the Discord, Bogdaddy, is actually joining the VR Man Cave team, and we're gonna do a lot of awesome stuff together because. When there's two of us, it's easier to actually make more high quality content. And we were actually talking the other day that we're gonna push each other to make sure we're not getting lazy, and we not only maintain but raise the quality level as much as we can with every video.
Man, just imagine that. Actually, you don't need to imagine. Guys, imagine that last night we stayed up until I would say 5 in the morning.
5:30 actually.
5:30. Yeah, pretty much doing the setup here, doing some dry runs, some tests and stuff like that. But in this time, I would say that 2 or 3 hours we actually discussed about where we want to go with the channel and what we want to do with this.
And we're at like 1% in the big picture of things. Through the conversation, because we have so many ideas and so much stuff we want to do. It's insane. Like we need to figure out some sort of inside club where we actually share our ideas beforehand.
Yeah, that's gonna be an interesting setup to be made between the two of us. But I'm sure that the technology that we have nowadays is gonna for sure enable us to do this remote work from 2 different countries. 2 different setups, 2 different cameras. Everything is mirrored, but the fun thing and the fun challenge here is giving you guys the best of content that we can,
Yeah.
and putting it out there for the community.
For sure, like for sure, that's gonna be the main objective, and we kept talking about the fact that no matter how big we get, and again, I've said this a million times before, but not only maintaining the level of quality high, but maintaining the level of integrity high, like maintaining our honesty and not being bought off by, I don't know, big companies or small companies. Like just reviewing stuff. And I was actually, because obviously when we decided that Bogdan was going to join the team, I had to kind of update him, give him access into YouTube Studio and stuff like that. And we were talking about the fact that whenever I send out a reply to whoever reaches out to me, whether it be a game developer or an accessory maker or whoever, I tell them, yes, fine, send me whatever you need to send me, but whatever you want to send me. But if I end up making content about it, it's going to be honest content. So if it has something that's lacking or could be better, I'm going to say it. If you agree to that, fine, here's my address, give me the stuff, I'll review it. But otherwise, like there's no point. Like I've had companies reach out to me to try to promote kind of borderline illegal stuff on the channel. I told Bogdan about it, and I just refused. I told them no, and there were like 6 different companies doing the same thing, selling some weird keys and stuff. So I don't.
I fully agree with your perception, like I told you last night. And I'm a true believer in giving out constructive feedback.
For sure.
So I think that this will be the format that we will probably go for, and we'll try to put out the honest reviews, the honest opinions about stuff, because I mean that's how we are as individuals, like in our everyday life. So I guess it's only fair to you guys to take that let's call it benefit, personal benefit, and bring it to the content that we managed to deliver to you guys.
Yeah, because otherwise, like, obviously I'm not here to bash on any other YouTubers, but a lot of them would kind of develop a YouTube personality, and it's not necessarily close to their kind of real personality.
Never mind that. See what's up there on the screen? It
Oculus
says
Gaming Showcase,
Oculus
yes.
Gaming Showcase.
Yes.
It's somewhere around here. So how do you feel about that?
I'm excited,
we have
man. Like
6 minutes left, guys.
It's the first one, and I think we might actually have a bit more left, because the actual stream from Oculus starts at 2:45, like the live stream, but the actual content is gonna start at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So we still have a bit of time left, but yeah, we can go through it and talk about it. And yeah, I'm excited because it's the first event that Oculus has ever held that's strictly focused on content. So they have the developer event, which is focused on creating more content. They obviously have the hardware events and stuff like that, but they don't have any event like this, and this is the first one. So that's why we're here at nearly 1 a.m. talking about VR with you guys.
Well, I'm actually thinking about the fact that we have this event this year, and I think that all of us knew the previous year that we had. Do you think that Oculus could have done this event like live and create a bigger setup, more traction around the event, or would they probably stick to online?
Probably, and for the ones of you there's always a way to make things better, right? Like for the ones of you who have joined, like right when the stream started, we had like 5 minutes of trailers, and there were those really short trailers from Oculus. I feel like that's a really good marketing move. But like, take the old lady one. Like the awesome thing to do. There was one saying. So essentially, just to explain it for the ones of you who haven't seen it, there's one that says 80-year-old grandma knocks out heavyweight champion, and it's like about thrill of the fight and how you need to live the impossible. I think is that their motto. And basically they show this grandma and she's like playing, but it's kind of disconnected. Like I feel if they put an actual quest on that grandma and be like throw a punch and then transport into VR, like transition into VR as she throws a
yeah.
punch. That would have been awesome.
That would
Just
probably
like 2 seconds
like
more of a
make
video.
you actually believe it.
Exactly,
Yeah, I
because
think-
because
I think
the
that
old
could be a
one was
good
just
idea.
kind of sitting like this, and I was like, okay, yeah, she's not playing the thrill of the fight. Like I was on my knees on the floor trying to breathe after playing it for like 3 rounds, so she's definitely not playing that.
Yeah. Well, a lot of cuts on that one. Yeah. So guys, I see that we have like almost 4 minutes left.
Yes.
Really
And yeah,
eager to see what's.
and yeah, Moonlord and Gaming with Fusion, I fully agree. I'm excited about Resident Evil 4 coming to the Quest as well, and supposedly it's actually going to be a Quest exclusive. So Oculus paid the big bucks to have them to have Capcom bring the.
It's called investments.
Yeah, but it would be, I think, like besides Saints and Sinners, it would be like the first game with like 15 hours of gameplay or 20 hours. Like it's a pretty long title. I'm not sure 100% about the length of it, but yeah, I'm excited as well, guys. Like it's gonna be Resident Evil is gonna be awesome. I'm curious a bit about what kind of trade-offs they'll have to make when it comes to the graphics. But if you've ever played it, the initial Resident Evil 4 and the pretty much the whole series was in third person, so they kind of have to redevelop everything for first person because in VR,
I think that the biggest change that they have to do is to switch the camera and the controls. I think that could be the biggest
yeah,
thing.
that's it. The simply the ability to do this with
Yeah.
a gun in VR is just
Yeah.
like if you don't have that, you have games like, for example, you can play, if you have a beast of a PC, you can actually play Cyberpunk right now on PC with
Yeah.
Vorpex, but it's not going to be, it's just going to be head tracking, so you're not going to be able to fully move your hands.
Well, it's a hybrid. It's a
Yeah.
hybrid temporary setup. I'm sure that in the next time, more and more developers are going to go towards the VR platform. And
Oh, for sure.
just looking at Unity and the advantages that it brings, it can enable a developer to build an app and then export it for each and every device. But somehow, in this process, they do have to take some care, because you do have some limitations in the platform in the backend. So you can't really go on the Quest and put out the polygon numbers that you can pull out in a desktop. So
Yeah, for sure.
I think honestly that we're gonna see like AAA games go towards the PC VR versions mainly, and I think that we'll have like smaller AAA games which will be available on Quest. But I also think that it takes time, and you definitely need a community which can support you with the feedback, with ideas. So I think that's our role in this.
Pretty much, yeah, and it's not necessarily even about developing the actual assets with less polygons. It's about the mechanics themselves, because you can use, I don't know, an asset of a building or a room that you've used in a flat game. You can use that in VR through Unity. But the mechanics, again, you need to be able to freely move. You need to be able to move your head and be able to move around. So it's not as static as a flat game. It needs to be a lot more textured. Plus, in a flat game, you don't really have the option to, I don't know, like pick up random stuff from a table. But in VR, that really raises the immersion. Because if I reach out to grab a mug or something from a table or a glass, and I can't, it's like it kind of breaks the immersion. It just ruins it for me.
I have a question for you. When you first played Half-Life Alyx, did you go and did you turn the knob on the radio?
Yes.
Or pull the antenna?
Yes.
Did you get the achievement for feeding the bug?
Yes.
That's what we're talking about.
I spent like
full immersion.
I think I spent like half an hour in that first room just drawing on the window and like looking at balls and the liquid inside them and stuff like that, throwing balls at like birds outside. Like it was just so I think we actually have the Oculus Gaming Showcase on this screen, and it's starting in 15 minutes, so we can keep this scene in the live stream, and when it transitions, obviously you'll see it way bigger because we're not important, and the gaming showcase is.
This
'Cause
night,
that's-
this night, the gaming showcase is the most important thing right now.
It's the star, yeah.
We're
definitely.
gonna have 30 minutes of quick peek into I would say, the next year, until probably Oculus does another event like this. I'm really curious to see how the HTC is gonna compare to the Oculus. I mean, it's not the same type of content in the events, but we are talking about generic VR content. So
Yeah.
I'm actually curious about seeing how the setup is done, what they are doing, what's the direction, because I think these would also help us get a better understanding on what's each and every developer's like direction.
For sure.
So mainly, who's interested in VR could get a better perspective on which rig to buy, based on the plans that they have for the future and these types of trailers. But I am sort of reluctant from one perspective. I'm a bit afraid personally of smoke tests, like No Man's Sky, for example, on PC. That was a pretty viralized
You can
game.
play it all in VR, right?
Yeah, I do.
Like
And
all of it. And they
know,
fixed the bugs. It actually works.
right now.
Properly.
They spinned it around. If we go on the PC games,
But it took them like what, 4 years from the initial launch or something?
think mainly
Was it like
4 years.
2016, 2017 when they first launched it?
Yeah, and I think they have like 3 DLCs, like free,
Yeah.
just to make it better.
Yeah, but it's not about just content. It's about, even if it's not like in VR games, a lot of them would be short games, not necessarily like hours and hours long, and still really good.
Think of Half-Life Alyx.
Yeah.
The playing time is not that big, but the game manages to keep you there just because you can actually look at a bottle. You have to search for resin.
Yeah.
So the game is not that big, but the things that you can do in it, because it's VR based, are limitless.
Yeah. And imagine probably if you have an actual index with finger tracking and everything, it's even more so. Because I'm not sure if you've tried this, but have you tried in Half-Life Alyx to crush a Coca-Cola can or something?
No.
Like normally on the index, you just squeeze it and that's it, like you normally would
like
in
the
life.
actual
But
gesture.
in on the Quest, you grab it with the trigger, with the the grip. But to squeeze it, you actually have to press B or something. Like it's artificial squeezing essentially. It's not as
it's
fun.
the button squeeze.
Yeah, just a button squeeze.
Yeah. Well, I'm for sure looking forward to see other stuff from Valve
For sure.
on this, because they clearly have a solid engine which they have tested out with Half-Life Alyx and To Infinity and Beyond. What can I say?
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. White. He says he's here for us because normally he would be in bed by now. So thank you, man,
Thank you very
for
much.
sticking around. MHA Stores is asking who's excited, and I think everyone.
I think everyone.
We can't wait for it. Like it's 11 minutes left. Ish.
Yeah, 11 minutes exactly.
So it's almost starting right now. There's just a picture that looks like this one.
Yep.
So
And a countdown.
yeah, we're gonna change it. We're gonna make ourselves small, or actually not in that corner. Just so you guys can see everything. Okay, great. Thank you, Bogdan. He brought the chat onto this monitor here so I can more easily see it and not have to look into the tablet.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So Stormy is asking, saying he's late and what's happening. Help, I'm confused. You want to update him?
Yeah, no worries. So mainly we have like around 10 minutes until the Oculus Gaming Show, the first Oculus Gaming Show will start.
Yeah. No, but fully update him, because if he hasn't been here, he hasn't heard the announcement.
So the
you
question,
do it this time.
So the question is, why are there two of us?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Pretty much.
mainly VR Man Cave is expanding as a project, let's call it. So,
Yeah.
it is expanding, and I'm also gonna join the team.
Yep.
And
He's been helping behind the scenes for like almost since I started the channel. With the live streams, with opinions, with advice, with FaceTime calls at like 2 a.m. asking him stuff. So it's but we're really good friends, so he doesn't really mind. Otherwise he just wouldn't answer my call, I guess.
I honestly speaking, I don't really have an option because he's on the favorites list and he goes by the do not disturb mode.
Okay, cool. So that's still something. Like the fact that you put me on that list still means a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it's yeah, no, Stormy. The event hasn't started yet, so the Oculus Gaming Showcase is set to start in 9 minutes. And when that happens, we'll actually make the window with our camera smaller in the corner and make this one here bigger, so you can actually see the trailers and not our faces.
What we promise is that you're gonna be able to watch the stream.
Yes.
We're gonna try to limit our chat and not ramble
Yeah, and
that much.
we really appreciate you coming to this stream and watching it with us, because we're excited, and we promise we're not gonna talk too much during the stream.
Yeah, the main idea is actually to jump in the chat with you guys after
Yeah.
the event and see what's your feel on what we are going to see and what they are going to announce.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, we're gonna definitely stick around. We don't have a set time after the event. Like, it might be half an hour, it might be an hour, like depending on how much you guys want us here. Obviously, if there's gonna be no one left, we're not gonna
Yeah.
we're probably gonna stop the stream. But the plan is to talk to you guys as well. And I was actually thinking that it would be fun, although I'm not sure how we would handle the spam aspect. But wouldn't it be fun to take like live calls during the live streams from people in the Discord server or somewhere? Like, take live questions where they actually use their microphone to ask it. That would be fun. But what if a guy like comes onto the stream and starts saying like really bad stuff? that would not be good. Somebody needs to vet them, I guess, beforehand.
I would say
like,
that-
obviously people who are on the stream like now, like Moonlord or Stormy or Gaming with Fusion or Jaden, like these are people we trust, but there's always the risk that somebody you don't trust jumps on the stream.
Yeah, fully. I honestly think that it could be something that's a benefit for the community.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Would be fun as well.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. I think we could do this for sure. We could do some tests.
Hey, Brendan's here. Hey,
yeah.
man.
Hey, Brandon. So I think that it's a go for tests and for development.
Yeah.
I'd say for debugging and stuff like that. And when
Yeah.
you get back home, we could go and try this.
Yeah, for sure. So Brendan, just to kind of update you a bit, you didn't miss too much. Just an announcement related to VR Man Cave, which I'm gonna get to in a second. But the actual Oculus Gaming Showcase starts in 6.5 minutes.
Yeah.
And we're gonna change the camera on when that happens. But until then, we're just talking, and the only thing you missed is an announcement for VR Man Cave, not from the Oculus side of things. That the team is expanding, and I'm bringing Bogdan in to help me out. He's already been helping me out a lot, so the only difference is he's gonna be on this side of the camera now. Well, he's never actually physically been on that side of my camera, because we live in different countries, but at some point that's gonna change, probably, hopefully.
No one knows. No one knows
We'll see.
what the future holds. So let's see.
No, he's not my like blood brother, but yeah, he's basically my brother.
We're not
yeah.
like legally related or
My brother from another mother.
yeah. No, yeah. Cool, guys. So we have like 5 minutes left. Thank you very much, Brandon, for the welcome. Thank you, everyone, for the warm.
Okay, we
welcome.
have 28 people right now. That's
I think-
huge.
I think that is I don't think I'm sure that this is a new record for the
It
VR
is.
Man
It
Cave
is by
stream.
far. By far. Like, we have. Yeah,
Thank you very
he
much.
kind of does. Yeah, he does.
The beard and stuff. I've actually grown this for a long time right now.
I still can't grow like these sides here, but like, oh well.
Oh well.
I'm not gonna be famous because of it. So be it. I'm just
At
joking.
least we
I don't care
both
about being
have
famous.
beards. We can also get creative with this. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. No, but yeah, it's like I wouldn't really care about becoming famous as long as I get to do what I love, which is this.
Yeah.
Like, this is so much more fun than our day job. 'Cause Bogdan has a full-time job as well, but like, it's like the job has its moments, I guess, and its advantages,
I would
especially financial. But
Yeah, that for sure. It pays the bills.
Yeah.
It offers you a roof under you can sleep with, which under you can sleep with. I think that I'm excited both for doing my job and both for doing this because these two resonate with some parts in me. The channel and the community one resonates with me personally because I can actually output my creativity. I can
Exactly.
put this into something and I don't have any limitations. I don't have any policies to take care
You
of.
pretty much have freedom, like
Yeah.
as much as you're not, as long as you're not putting like really disturbing content, you're
Yeah.
good to go.
I would say that mainly the filter is the YouTube standard guides and
Just
stuff like that.
stop what you're saying and read Stormy's comment out loud.
You know what I'm gonna scream? You are very underrated. Thank you very much, Stormy.
Thank
for
you, man.
that.
Like, sorry if we're being like slightly quiet, but we actually bought earplugs for my wife and my mom so that they can sleep because it's like 1 a.m. and they need to sleep. So we actually bought earplugs for them so they can peacefully sleep. But we're still trying to keep it like slightly down. The
little
microphone
bit
is
down.
pretty close, so
Yeah.
I guess we should have started with this. Is the audio? Let us know if the audio is coming in okay or if
Yeah,
it's
this
like
is
too
the
loud,
first.
too low. Yeah, we're still getting used to it.
In the past, I was the one who was listening on the stream and checking out the
Yes.
levels and stuff like that. But now, if I'm here, I can't really do it.
Yes, you're on this side of things. Yeah, that like now you're starting to understand like how weird it would be to do this all alone. Like
Yeah.
if you do need to do something, yes, or to the stream or to something, you
You
kind of need to
also
figure out a way to keep
then-
talking to the
Yeah, yeah.
viewers and also do whatever you need to do, and it's difficult.
Yeah. Thank you, gaming, for the feedback.
And no, Brendan, yeah, I think our throat will be fine. We'll have a cup of warm tea after the stream.
Yeah, yeah.
It's fine. So
The-
we're gonna sleep like babies.
Before the sleep tea. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. I'm sure my mom has like a lot of like good teas and stuff.
We can go and search for the cabinet.
If not,
Yeah.
we're gonna go to my dad's tea cabinet and have a shot of whiskey or
okay,
something.
Yeah, the shot of tea you meant.
Yes, it looks the same anyway. So pretty much like
Yeah.
iced tea and whiskey.
Yeah, just have to hold your
actually,
nose and-
it's
yeah.
actually what they use in movies when guys are like,
Iced tea.
and it's not actually whiskey.
Okay.
Like otherwise, like if they did like 5 takes, the main actor would be like gone.
Like drunk. He'd be snap drunk.
Hey Pat, how's it going? Thanks,
Hey,
man,
Pat.
for joining the stream. We actually have 1 minute and 20 seconds left until the Oculus Gaming Show starts, and we actually can't wait to. I hope it's gonna be good. But again, given the length for anyone who joined a bit later, given the length of the Oculus Gaming Showcase, which is 25 minutes, I think it's trailer after trailer after trailer.
Yeah.
Because there's no time for keynotes or like
Yeah.
I'm hoping they're gonna go and not to sound like an Apple fanboy, but Apple events since all of the
Man,
lockdowns and
yeah.
everything, like they look insane.
Man,
Not sure how
Yeah.
even they do the transitions between a drone shot building, like that's just wow, mind blown.
I've actually spent a couple of hours on seeing how to do virtual set transitions and stuff like that. It's not that hard, but you
Yeah.
need a lot of equipment and mainly a lot of knowledge to do that.
Thanks,
We-
Pat. Thanks, Gaming with Fusion, for confirming the quality is okay. We actually have 10 seconds left.
We have like 10 seconds left, so
And the show is going to start, and then we're going to hang out after to talk about the games you guys liked and what we thought of them.
let's see the show.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Ruth Bram, and I've been at Oculus since 2014, working as an executive producer on the Oculus Studios team. Over the years, I've been able to help our developer partners create engaging games and entertainment experiences for a wide variety of gamers like you. It's absolutely incredible to see just how far we've come in such a short time. 2020 was a really successful year for our developer community, and that's all thanks to you. We've taken cues from what you've liked or wished were better as we continue to develop our 2021 content. And it's a big year for VR. Today, I'm here to share a look at new trailers, info on upcoming titles, and updates to community favorite games and IPs. So welcome to our very first Oculus Gaming Showcase.
Welcome to VR Man Cave's very first.
Now, back
Oculus
in
Games.
September at Facebook Connect, I shared with you some news about the upcoming launches of Pistol Whip 2089, Warhammer 40K Battle Sister, Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge, and The Climb 2. These games have all since launched, but thanks to all of your feedback, the developers behind these games have listened. And today we're going to dive into
That's
some
good.
new updates about each
Exactly
of
what I
them.
was saying.
Yes.
And for those of you who tuned into Capcom's Resident Evil 25th Anniversary Showcase last week, you also heard that we're going to be sharing more details about Resident Evil 4 coming to the Oculus Quest platform, including exclusive gameplay video. So you don't want to miss that. Today, you'll also get the latest on Lone Echo 2, Star Wars
Yes.
Pinball, Wraith: The Oblivion Afterlife, and a few other titles, as well as get the scoop on a brand new title coming to the Quest platform that might just give you a little bit of nostalgia. Let's dive in with Pistol
I
Whip.
know what this is about.
Last holiday,
Place your
Cloudhead
bets.
Games released 2089, a gritty cinematic sci-fi campaign
that was
that brought
already
new
announced,
content
wasn't
and
it?
music collaborations to Pistol Whip fans.
Putting it
You
launched.
all loved it so much that the team is back at it again, guns blazing, with another 5-scene, narrative-driven, action-packed campaign.
So you're the scoundrels calling yourselves Dynamo, huh? Well, I think I might just call you dead. I'm coming for you, Tess.
Smoke and Thunder tells the tale of two sisters set in the Wild West where trains, tech, and explosions set the scene for some exciting surprises. This update is releasing alongside the Concierge, which will unlock total customization for Pistol Whip players. Endless combinations of weapons and modifiers for every level will allow you to truly hone your playstyle, whether you prefer bottomless burst pistols or dodging through levels as a no-ammo pacifist. Keep an eye out for Smoke and Thunder and the Concierge coming this summer. Last month, Pixel Toys brought Horde Mode to Warhammer 40K Battle Sister with their Last Bastion update, featuring a brand new map and leaderboards to compete against your friends' top scores on the Quest platform. They have a couple more surprises in store for you today, so check this out.
Come on, multiplayer.
The sororitas will cleanse this place.
Jesus. That looks intense.
I wanna play
Starting
me
today, it'll be on Rift, and you and your friends can team up to play Last Bastion in co-op on 2 brand new maps, now with crossplay and cross-buy support for Quest and Rift platforms.
So why did you
I know you
start-
all have been waiting patiently for this next one, but I can now share
Yeah.
that we are launching Lone Echo 2 this summer on the Rift platform and for those playing on the Quest platform with Link. Utilizing all of your favorite mechanics from Lone Echo, in Lone Echo
game,
2, you'll
the
return
paid
to the
version
Rings
of
of Saturn to explore an
VR.
expansive zero-G world, employ high-tech tools to overcome challenges, and uncover the mysteries of the far future.
It's a puzzle game. Take my money.
Yeah.
I really enjoy these type of games.
Still, the movement mechanics in Echo are just amazing.
been watching the progress on this game throughout development, and as a Lone Echo fan since 2017, I can't wait for you to play this. Next, I'd like to dive deep on a Quest 2 exclusive.
Give it to us.
As I mentioned earlier, if you weren't tuned into Capcom's Resident Evil 25th Anniversary Showcase last week, here's the scoop. We're bringing Resident Evil 4 to Quest 2 later this year. Resident Evil 4 originally debuted in 2005 on GameCube, and in the 16 years since launch, it's continued to inspire games, movies, and the survival horror genre. Now, the content of the game's not going to change. We wouldn't mess with such a winning formula. But we also don't consider this a traditional port. My colleagues at Oculus Studios are working closely with Armature and Capcom to rework the entire game for VR. Every corner of the world is being enhanced and remastered to feel fresh and exciting to OGs and to new fans alike, by ratcheting up the suspense as only VR can.
Let's see.
The most obvious differences between playing
Nicely
RE4 in
done.
VR and on console
bonus point.
is the shift in perspective and interactivity. Only on Quest 2 will you be able to play RE4 from Leon's first-person perspective. And the touch controllers will allow you to interact with the world in a fundamentally new way from how it's played on console. For example, items and weapons have been re-engineered to become physical objects that players can interact with, so that you can pick up things like ammo, keys, and treasures, as well as load, aim, and fire weapons in VR. You'll also be able to switch weapons by grabbing them off your body instead of going into a menu. And you can wield separate weapons with each hand. Even RE4's famous menu is no longer a pause screen. It's an interactive tool.
That's cool.
A ton of effort has gone into making weapon interactions smooth, satisfying, and responsive, including two-handed weapons like shotguns and rifles. Let's talk about the movement system now. We didn't want the shift from third to first person to change the fundamental way Leon moves or collides with the world. You'll still move in first person by using the analog stick, but Armature has added a full upper body rig on top of Leon's character to combine his movement with the dual-handed interactivity achieved with touch controllers. If you don't want to use the analog stick to move freely, Armature even added support for teleportation.
Oh, nice.
As well as room scale movement so that you can explore the environment with natural motion. And of course, one of our top priorities is to ensure the experience is comfortably played while seated, and with a ton of comfort options at your disposal to try out. As I mentioned earlier, RE4 debuted on GameCube 16 years ago, so you might be wondering, how in the world are we bringing the core systems from the original over to Quest 2? Well, first, it takes passion. The teams at Oculus Studios, Armature, and Capcom are all longtime fans of the game who are accepting only the best results. And it takes time. We've been working on this title for a couple years now, and just carefully and reverently making changes that will make your experience feel both fresh and nostalgic. Technically speaking, Armature is using core systems from the original RE4 to drive gameplay and systems, but they've remastered art. Over 4,500 textures have either been repainted or up-resed.
Okay.
World geometry has been adjusted to work in stereoscopic 3D. And enemy behaviors and attacks have been balanced around the player's new perspective to increase mobility in VR. They've also improved support for running the game at a higher frame rate than the original 30 frames per second,
Nice.
and fixed many bugs that the 60 FPS versions of the game had. Now, while Armature has adjusted a number of things for VR, some things just haven't needed to change. Character animations have been faithfully converted to Unreal Engine 4 and remain untouched from the original source material. And all cutscenes will be presented in their original format. If you're a fan of the survival horror genre like me, you've likely played, or tried to play, a lot of scary games in VR. Now, RE4 isn't known for being the scariest in the Resident Evil franchise, but it is scarier and more suspenseful in VR thanks to spatial audio and immersive interactivity. Armature has manipulated aspects of the original RE4 audio data and have used it instead as 3D spatial sound. So when you hear noises like crows, voices, and creaks, you're going to want to turn your head to see if there's a threat. They've also made sure that audio telegraphs from enemies to indicate which direction they're attacking from. So where on console you might have heard a Ganado approaching and rather calmly press buttons to reload and prepare a takedown, in VR, you're checking your ammo, you're scrambling to load a mag. And if you drop it, you're only adding to the stress and suspense of the situation by needing to physically correct your mistakes. You'll be living in the moment, carefully tracking ammo and inventory, relying on your senses for success more than you've ever done before. I'll leave you with this. A huge part of the RE4 fame was the elaborate cinematics that sell and tell the story. But once you come out of a cinematic in VR and find yourself face to face with the boss, the experience is totally different.
Imagine it is.
Yeah, for sure.
Look at the scale of that guy. It's so big. And it's just a video.
I could talk for a lot longer about this game, but we've got to move on because there is more to share today. But stay tuned for more Resident Evil 4 updates in the lead up to its launch on Quest 2 later this year. All right, now I'd like to share with you updates on two of my favorite titles, because who doesn't love Star Wars? Last fall, ILMX Lab launched Part 1 of Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge on the Quest platform. The story, set in a galaxy far, far away, brought us to the planet of Batuu to adventure and connect us face to face with some awesome characters. Both new, like Cecil Slack, and iconic, like C-3PO and R2-D2. Thanks to all the fans who fought against the Guavian Death Gang and shared feedback along the way, because ILMX Lab is now hard at work on Part 2, which expands the core adventure and will feature 2 more legendary tales for fans to enjoy.
Nice.
On behalf of ILMX Lab, I'm excited to share that one of the characters you'll get to meet in Part 2, a visitor from the Den of Antiquities, Doc Ondar. As one of the producers on this game, I personally can't wait for you to check it out. We'll be launching later this year.
I guess.
You might be able to guess where I'm headed with this next announcement. Star Wars Pinball.
What?
One of our Oculus Studios
VR
leads
pinball.
actually has an entire room at his house filled with rows of real pinball tables.
No, you just like play
It's pretty
pinball.
incredible, but not all of us have such a cool setup. In Star Wars Pinball, however, you can customize your own fan cave with memorabilia made especially for Star Wars Pinball VR. The game lets you relive some of your favorite iconic moments from Star Wars, films, and TV through 8 unique VR-optimized pinball tables, including new tables from The Mandalorian and classic collectibles. This is one I'm definitely adding to my wish list so that I'm ready to challenge my friends on the leaderboards next week when Star Wars Pinball launches on the Quest platform. Let's take a look behind the scenes to see how this experience came to life in VR. Updates for now, but speaking of fan favorites, Shell Games is returning with a sequel to their popular spy-themed VR puzzler, I Expect You to Die. They've now got us on a brand new mission going deep undercover to investigate Zorax's next play for world domination. Everyone, including me, who played the original, knows firsthand what it feels like to be an elite secret agent in VR. And all of us at Oculus are excited to see this become even more of a reality in I Expect You to Die 2, The Spy and the Liar. It'll be on Rift and Quest platforms later this year.
Welcome back, Agent. It's time to get back into the field.
Yeah, the first one was.
There's been an uptick in Zorax's activity, so you've got a lot of work to do. We're counting on your skill and cunning. And this time, Agent, you must be ready for anything. Or anyone.
From one imposter to another. Break a leg.
I'll have to choose between pinball
You
and
haven't
this.
heard about this next one,
for sure.
but it may bring back some nostalgia. If you remember 1080 snowboarding, it defined a genre of extreme sports games. Creators Giles Goddard has returned with Chuai Labs to bring you a modern take on this Nintendo 64 classic. Here's an exclusive first look at carved snowboarding.
Motion sickness.
Maybe not. Maybe they've sorted it out somehow.
I get motion sickness on the ski slope. Every time.
But in real life?
That's it. I do.
So you can play mixtapes. That's kind of cool. I think the level of the mixtape might be. I'm curious about the mechanic, like how do you steer? I think you might. Hip tracking would be good for this.
Yeah, hip track work and speed track. That dog, okay.
Okay.
That was a dog.
Yeah.
Cute dog. For sure, I want to find out more.
The team behind Arizona Sunshine is about to take VR by storm yet again with a brand new, action-packed first-person shooter
At
called
last.
After the Fall.
Oh yeah.
Set in post-apocalyptic LA
Right.
after hell has frozen over, you'll get to take on a new breed of ferocious undead. An up to 4-player co-op means you won't have to do it alone.
I wanna
The
play this one
synthwave
as well on the
soundtrack
channel.
that plays as hordes of undead approach
two
and the
more.
iconic 80s
Anyone in the
tech-turned
chat?
weaponry are just a couple of the unexpected retro elements that make this game so
Let's
unique.
give them time.
I got to check this one out early in development, and it was awesome even then. It's definitely
Let's
on my
see it.
wish list. I know you all love exclusives, so here it is for
Yeah.
After the Fall.
Yes. Show us.
Let's see.
Guys, I think we've got incoming.
Be on your guard.
Let's go.
Eater, nearby.
Get down!
Incoming!
Time to shine!
I've actually posted that snippet of this on Twitter. I think it's just like a GIF or something, a few seconds, but it looked bad.
So we have a busy summer.
Yeah, like I think all of them are supposed to.
After the
release
Fall is
this
coming to
summer.
Quest and Rift platforms with crossplay support later this year. We've covered a lot already, but up next, we have a couple games that you can try tomorrow. One of the
Tomorrow.
first games I produced when I started at Oculus was a horror game. Horror is one of my favorite genres, and I'm always interested in playing the latest and greatest to see if it can top my last scare. So for all of you horror fans like me, there is a new one coming. So on our showcase today, we're excited to premiere the launch trailer for Wraith: The Oblivion
yeah,
Afterlife. This new exploration horror title from Fast Travel Games is set in the world of darkness, where you play as a wraith who must use his supernatural powers to unravel secrets and solve the mystery behind the Barclay Mansion. It's launching tomorrow on Quest and Rift platforms.
I look forward to trying it out.
What is this place? What's the matter? Don't you recognize yourself? There was a seance of sorts, but here we are. Dead. You're different now. Your senses are more refined, sharper. What is dying good for if you don't adapt to it? Is that blood? Did you murder dear Rachel? The house won't let us leave. There has to be a way out somewhere. I've spent it all. You know how the song goes, right? Ed is dead. Welcome to the afterlife.
Up next, we have one of my favorites. The Climb is actually one of our oldest and most popular games that my team was a part of. I remember when it first launched back in 2016 on Rift with just the gamepad. Then Crytek added touch support, and it's been a VR favorite ever since. The Climb 2 launched last month on the Quest platform. Now, in real life, I'm not a huge fan of heights, let alone hanging off the side of a mountain. But thanks to this game, I can say that I've built up a lot of confidence by climbing mountains and extremely difficult surfaces in some of the most beautiful locations in the world, minus the physical risk or money I'd have to spend in real life. I've really enjoyed some memorable experiences, all from the comfort of my own home. If you haven't tried it out yet, The Climb 2 features free solo climbing in breathtaking landscapes and with the thrill of leaderboard competition. Tomorrow, The Climb 2 is launching their Freestyle expansion pack. This pack will be released in 2 parts with 12 levels total,
Can you build
with
maps?
the first introducing 6 new levels that will challenge you in both casual and professional modes. There won't be any checkpoints, and completing levels without chalk will get you bonus points. Among the variety of fun challenges this pack offers, we're introducing rhythm-based climbing, where you'll see disappearing grips along your route, requiring you to learn the grip patterns to the beat of a background track to progress through. I just finished trying it out, and clearly I'm not as good of a climber as I thought I was. I'm definitely going to have to build up some more skills. But if you're up for the challenge, you won't need to wait long for it, because the first part of the Freestyle expansion pack goes live tomorrow, April 22nd, on the Oculus Store. And it's free. We have one last announcement in store for you today from our good friends at Skydance Interactive. Let's see what's next for the hit action horror experience, The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners.
More content. I love this game.
High alert, all tower troops. Receiving reports of a large stockpile of supplies from... This can't be right. A large stockpile of supplies from the reserve.
The whole thing is wired to blow. We'll smoke her out.
Your lazy shit-heel attitude has cost us even more supplies.
Heavy reclaimed presence looting National Guard cache. Bravo Company sustained severe casualties. Backup requested.
Savages had the presence of mind to walk off with the key to this cache. Got his legs blown off for the trouble.
Shelter in the school to avoid our wrath. Oh, suckling pigs. Their screams will warm me.
This time, lock it down before the tourist gets there.
Oh, it's a free update.
And it's next month.
Anything that's free is good.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for joining me for our first Oculus Gaming Showcase. Be sure to check out the Oculus Store for our Showcase Flash sale, as well as new collections and game bundles. We'll have more gaming announcements throughout the rest of the year that we look forward to sharing with you. But in the meantime, Stay safe and keep playing.
So, what do you think about this?
Um,
How
I'm having mixed feelings if I'm being completely honest. But I didn't get my wish to see any Assassin's Creed VR footage. I guess Ubisoft is not quite ready to show us what they've been working on. And I'm more excited about Assassin's Creed than Splinter Cell. I know both of them are coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, free DLC for Saints and Sinners is awesome.
Yeah.
A new, I guess, campaign for Pistol Whip is also cool. I like the climb thing. I don't think there's even a point in me mentioning the pinball game. Like I guess it's cool to play pinball with all of the effects and everything if you're like a big pinball fan. But I've never been a big fan, to be honest, about the actual like physical game either. Like I've maybe played it as a kid in like arcades when I was like bored, but like
do you know when I liked pinball?
When
it was on Windows XP and it was the only game that you get
yeah.
out of the box, and you had that Space 3D Cadet something.
Yes.
That, man, I have played a lot because I was like 10 back in those times, so that was fascinating for me as a kid. I would say that probably something like this is a pitch, something to bring out some audience back to the Star Wars saga.
I think
after they screwed up a bit.
I think that's the main audience they're going for, like hardcore Star Wars fans who would,
and also kids.
And
it
also
would be
maybe
something
kids,
safe for kids. It would be something with no violence, no.
True.
So I would say that it's definitely a mommy, can I have it for Christmas type of game.
It can be, yeah. It can be. It definitely can be.
What I do see, what we have seen is some co-op games. So I see that there is some more focus going towards that area, and that only makes me happy because you know, sharing a VR experience is even more cooler than doing it by yourself. So
it is, and I'm just looking through the comments, and Michal, I fully agree with you, and I hope I'm pronouncing your name okay. Sorry if I'm not. But yeah, I fully agree. It's a lot of them are just like expansions and stuff like that, which yes, expand the replayability of that, but I would like to see more content coming out, which is like completely new content. Again, we were talking about this before the stream. There are limitations on the Quest. I get that. There's no, like, you can't port any game that crosses your mind because it might really look sucky, I guess. I'm trying to avoid bad words on the stream, so if I end up saying a word like sucky, that's why. I couldn't come up with anything better, to be honest.
Work in progress.
Yes, work in progress. I'm still getting used to it, but to be honest, if we're gonna look at the recording from this stream and the other streams where I was alone, it's a lot better actually having this back and forth between us, I think. Guys, what do you think? Do you like this live stream format where it's the two of us and not just me rambling on about random stuff?
Yeah. Also, chat, I would like to get your honest feedback about what we've seen tonight. I think that we should probably break it down a bit.
Yes, for sure. Some sort of video, like normal video with an intro and outro and everything that shows what Oculus had for us tonight. And I was reading Truck Driving Gamers comment saying, "What's the deal with Ubisoft? How long for Assassin's Creed and Splinter Cell?" And yeah, we were just talking about it. I'm still waiting for it as well because we had the announcements ever since the Quest 2 came out, or not ever since the Quest was announced. So 1 month before it came out, like September last year. And all they had to show us was a picture, and not like it was just like a cover picture. It wasn't like a gameplay picture. So we haven't seen anything. But I'm just imagining that hidden blade in VR and jumping off a building and just that would be awesome.
I'm curious about one thing. How would you describe your feelings against this, against what Andy is saying, through a meme, through a GIF? I think that I would pick John Travolta's.
Pretty much, yes.
Where is it?
And Esteban is saying he still can't get over Star Wars pinball. Because yeah, I agree. That's like it like he's saying that VR has so much versatility, and I can't help but agree. Like it's
And I agree with Mr. White regarding the Resident Evil. I think that for sure is a smart move for Oculus because it will probably reactivate some fans from back in the days.
I think VR is the type of environment where I wouldn't actually mind seeing remakes of good games. Whereas if they launch a game first time, let's say on PlayStation, and then they expand it to PC, it's essentially the same game.
Yeah, it's
the same mechanics.
It's a lift and shift.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's exactly the same mechanics. But for VR, it can really change it. And take Resident Evil's example. It's third person to first person, full mechanics, full interaction, change of menus, change of inventory, and
it's like a different game.
Yeah.
It's a totally different game.
It is.
What I liked regarding updates right now is the climb.
Yes.
Having a free DLC is pretty awesome, and I kind of like the rhythm part.
I'm not sure if you like that wasn't super clear to me from the trailer. Is it like can you also make your own, or is it just like they give you a bunch of?
She mentioned
it looked like a custom level, like the one she was showing.
The 60 arcade levels or something like that.
Okay.
Simulation games.
Yeah.
And the rhythm one I think is the climb meets Beat Saber. Something.
Could be. It didn't look. It didn't look too much like an actual rhythm-based game in the footage they showed. So
it was a bit.
We need to have a look. Like I don't actually have my Quest with me for the ones of you who may be joined late. I'm actually in my parents' house. We tried to make this scene look as good as possible. I got some RGB lights from home and my camera and the microphone, and Bogdan actually brought everything else, like his PC, a monitor, the lights which are out of frame here. So he brought all of the gear.
The most important thing, cables.
And cables, yeah, a lot of cables. Like we had a bunch of cables. Yeah, but yeah, the event was good. Like for a first attempt at it, it wasn't bad. But yeah, a lot of new content for existing games. So no new mechanics, no new stories, no new, or not necessarily no new, because Tales from the Galaxy's Edge Part 2 is going to be new. And if we take the example from Vader Immortal, the first one was good, the second one was pretty good, but the third one was really awesome. And they said it's gonna have 3 parts for this one as well. I'm not a big fan of this necessarily of this episodic nature of it, like them charging like $20 or $25 per episode, so you end up spending like $75 to play all of them, and there's not that much replayability. Like honestly, it's like Vader Immortal has a bit of replayability within the lightsaber dojo. So you basically fight like robots and stormtroopers and stuff like that within the lightsaber dojo, but it's awesome feeling, but you still kind of get bored of it at some point. But the good thing is Vader Immortal is like €8 or $8 or $9 or something like that per episode. So it has like the price of a full game if you get all 3 of them.
I honestly think that they're trying to create some sort of a cash cow to test out the market with a few versions, do a good thing, go with the third, and probably they're gonna keep on going. But I'm curious, at what point will they reach in which they'll create a bundle with all of them? I mean, let's call it a service pack one of the game. In which you pay $30 and you get all of the DLCs until that one.
That's it. I think like I'm a bit worried seeing how things go in the flat games area, where you have a ton of DLCs and like in-game currencies and stuff like that. I'm worried that they're gonna do it even more for VR because the player base is smaller, so they need to get more money out of them essentially. And I know a lot of developers. That was before the Quest 2 came out. A lot of the big developers said that they're not looking at VR yet because it's not a big enough market. And then the Quest 2 came out, and 6 months later, it outsold all of the other headsets combined in the market. So, like, maybe now it's big enough. I think it's around 10 million-ish almost right now.
I think that the Quest has the potential to become the market maker for this because of the approach that they have. I think that given the fact that it's Facebook, that's for sure gonna bring out some more attractions. I personally, on my Facebook account, I have not seen ads related to VR, which is strange because Facebook knows I have a VR headset.
I think they're at the point where they're getting ready to actually use that data, but there's not that much they can use right now. It's like what type of content would you advertise unless the actual developers go on there and advertise games and stuff like that to you, and HTC to advertise their new headset to you. Like, there's not that much. The fact that a person uses VR, it doesn't tell you that much about the person.
Yeah, but you could pitch the Oculus Gaming Showcase to me, given the fact that I am a user.
Yes, that's true.
You could.
I'm not sure if they did any paid advertising for it, because we were looking at the stream and they had probably like 7,000-ish people on it on the stream.
At the beginning, yeah.
So maybe they got a bit more after the first few minutes, but I don't think it was like massive. Because at the end of the day, like, they didn't have that many announcements and it was only 25 minutes long. So it might not have been worth it to them to actually do it, because they're probably going to post all of the trailers on Oculus's YouTube channel anyway. So
what I would like to see from Oculus right now is
look at what Lance was saying about what related to what you were saying. So that's true. And now that I think of it, I've seen Humble Bundle as well. But I think like advertisers, like developers don't even, like, most of them don't even do that much advertising. Like, they don't do that much marketing. They count on channels like ours, and obviously way bigger ones too, to kind of promote their content, but they don't do too much marketing themselves.
Lee, thank you very much for being here. He looks tired because he also has a bit of jet lag, I would say.
I wouldn't say it's not jet lag, because it's like 3.5 hours away, man. It's not that bad. No, but I slept like between Sunday and Monday night. So on Monday I came here. I flew from Dublin to Romania back home, and I left after like 2 hours of sleep, and then the next evening I slept for like 6 or 7 hours, and then this guy came over and we stayed up until like 5:30 a.m. to like set everything up that you see on the stream. Hope you guys really liked it. Good night, Mr. White. Thank you so much for dropping by, man.
Thank you very
much. Really
much.
appreciate it, and we'll see you on Discord in a few games of Echo.
For sure.
I don't actually have my Quest with me, because shame on me, but I don't have a carrying case, and I was afraid I was gonna break it, so I didn't put it in my backpack. But next time I'm coming by, I'm gonna get a case off Amazon or something. There are so many, like 15 to 20 euro ones. So it's not super expensive. I'm definitely not gonna get the official Oculus one. I'm not paying 50 euro for it, because it's just a case and you can't really fit anything else in it, whereas the other ones are a bit bigger, so you can fit extra cables and maybe the link cable if maybe
I would say that aftermarket could be a bit smarter from a design perspective.
Yes.
I think somehow always that has always happened with items. I mean,
Mr. White decided to just stick around. Thank you, man. You're doing what I was doing on Discord a few nights ago, when I was talking to you guys and I was saying I need to go to sleep. It's like 2 a.m. and then like half an hour later I was still there talking to you.
Awesome. Glad to have you here.
Thank you to Michal. We'll go get some sleep. We'll give it a few more minutes. It's fun. Like it's fun having conversations like this, because to be honest, we have conversations like this off camera anyway. So might as well get your guys' opinion as well. So let's see.
Yeah, so just to go back at the
Oh, okay, Mr. White. So Mr. White is sticking around. He's just saying
Yeah.
goodbye to the people that can't stick around anymore.
So going back at what I was saying earlier, I would like to see Oculus do a remake of this event. I would like them to actually listen.
We can do it for them.
I'll-
Do a better intro than them and do
yeah.
the trailers and maybe add some gameplay. Like Wraith the Oblivion is coming out tomorrow. I don't have my quest with me, but I've been in touch with the developers and they're gonna give me a key. Well, I'm gonna ask for 2 now, obviously, and we're gonna play it. Maybe do a video or do a live where one of us is playing and the other one is kind of talking over. We'll see. We'll think of a structure like we.
Sorry. Yeah. Until he manages to clear his throat.
I don't know what I did. Sorry.
We have a lot of ideas. We have a lot of plans, and that's where I think that we need your help, because we're not really sure on which directions to go first. So I think that let's call it a feedback session would be good. But I'm thinking about actually having a, let's call it a call in the Discord channel.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think that's something.
Yeah, we can jump on a voice channel. But anyway, like we generally tend to ask anyway when we play with you guys. We kind of talk about the channel as well and what you would like to see, and if you have any ideas for formats. And in the Discord server, for the ones of you who have joined it, there's actually a video topic ideas channel, so you can go in there and shoot any ideas you have at us, because we'll see them. And we both have Discord on our phones, on our all of our computers, laptops, tablets, everything. So we'll see it somehow.
Yeah, the only issue is nowadays time, but somehow we are trying to make it work. That's a promise for you guys.
We're here at 2 a.m. We need to figure out a way to not need sleep anymore and just stay up and work all day and play with the guys all night.
What is this sleep you keep it talking about?
What is sleep, baby? Don't hurt me. we'll make a remix for the channel. I'm not gonna start singing now because everybody's gonna leave the stream. So
and probably everyone upstairs will be awakened by your
probably the neighbors, like the dogs,
very melodious.
The neighbors' dogs, the cats. Yeah, for sure.
And the frogs. Fun fact: he has a neighbor with a pool. Mainly, the guy hasn't cleaned the pool, but now has
but still has water in it.
A lot of frogs in it. A lot of. If you open up the window, I think you can actually hear the frogs.
we can end the stream like that. Just pick up the microphone and take it to the frogs to do the outro.
It could be something good because relaxing sounds for the ones who are on
going to sleep. If it's late for you guys, like for us, it's 1:45 a.m. But yeah, it seems like this stream was really successful. Like we had almost 30 people on it, which is huge for a channel this size. And I think, I'm not sure. We're probably gonna debrief this with you guys on the Discord server, but I'm not sure if we had this many people because of the Oculus event, or because of the time of which at which we did the actual live streams. Because most of them would be at like 6 p.m. my time, like in Dublin, 6 p.m. GMT. Or 5, 6, 7, 8 p.m. and this one was at 11 p.m. GMT. So if it would be better for us to do the live streams a bit later, then we can definitely do that. I'm not sure, did we get to mention in the intro about the sales that Oculus is having right now?
No, we have not.
We actually see. I'm gonna check my phone to see how many hours are left, because I think there are just like a few hours left in the sale, and they actually put up another sale.
8 hours. So we have the Oculus 24-hour flash sale, which has a lot of games with some discounts, 30%. So I Expect You to Die, Contractors, Real VR Fishing,
Thrill of the Fight is awesome, and it's like $8 or something. So
and Death Unchanged. So we have a lot of discounts for these, and we also have a Gaming Essential Pack, which is $99.
This is actually new. I think it went live I think it's actually are you logged into your Oculus account here? You're not. Scroll down.
Could be.
Oh, you're not showing this browser. Just
I know.
if you can share it so the guys can see it as well.
See how to do that.
So they know what we're looking at. Yeah, it usually whenever Oculus sells any kind of game bundle, if you own any of them, it will deduct the price of the actual game that you own, so you'll pay less for the whole bundle.
Oh, that's nice.
So I'm not sure if if you're logged in and you own any of them, it's gonna deduct that. So I'm not sure, is it 99 or no? You're not logged in.
I'm not.
So yeah, it's $99.
Yeah.
But it has Population 1, Super Hot, Job Simulator, Pistol Whip, Arizona Sunshine, and 11 Table Tennis from what I can see. And it's a pretty decent bundle, although I guess you could also just buy the ones you're actually interested in.
Yeah, you could, but I mean, if you
Population
just got,
one, definitely.
If you just got the your Quest, I think it's a really good bundle.
It is because it's 37% off, so like from $160 to $99.
Yeah.
So it's pretty decent.
Yes,
it's not bad at all.
So you still have 8 hours left if you just want to browse through the Oculus 24-hour flash sale.
Yeah, no, there are some cool games here. So maybe if there's one you've waited for it to go on discount, maybe you can get it now. But it's a pretty nice sale, I'm not gonna lie. And Oculus has been doing daily sales for like the past month or so. Various games. It wasn't necessarily like really big titles. Like I didn't see anything massive. But decent games. Like I don't even remember fully if I grabbed any of them or not, because I already have a lot of them. Like I already have so many games, and I still have to review some of them for sure.
Yeah, there was an idea in the chat from Mr. White about making a poll for time zones in Discord. Yes, I think that's a great idea. Thank you very much. I was actually
yes, Mr. White, it's really exotic having frogs in your pool.
Ribbit. Yeah,
that's it.
Mainly, it's an idea that we have been, let's call it, evaluating for a couple of weeks now. We have been discussing about the Discord community, and we wanna maybe do some attempts to see what can help bring the community closer and better together.
For sure.
The idea, we have a few ideas. We are going to come back on the server with some polls, and I think that after that brainstorming session with you guys could be really, really helpful.
Yeah, for sure. Like if you guys would be available to jump on the voice channel in Discord and just chat, or we can jump in something like VR chat in a private room or something, and just have a chat, or in rec room, or whatever. If we want to be in VR, we per se
could do both.
We could, yeah, I mean, for sure. You know? But yeah, it's important for us to actually make sure that we're doing whatever you guys are interested in, because we're not like, I don't want to make content for ourselves. I want to make content that you're interested in. Like obviously, as Bogdan said, the creative side will remain in our hands, I guess, but we're trying out various things. We're testing out stuff, so depending on the feedback we get from you guys, we're either gonna keep doing that thing because it works, or stop doing it completely, or evaluate how to change it and improve it. So we're treating this like more than a hobby. We're treating this essentially kind of like a business, from which we're not making almost any money yet. But it's not like, I've said this again on the Discord server 1,000 times, that I'm not doing it for the money. I have a full-time job. I'm fine from that perspective. And any little money that we do make from maybe like Facebook ads and stuff like that, we reinvest into the channel, because there's absolutely no point in us pocketing like just a few dollars a month or something. Like there's just no point. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna buy like a bottle of water and that's it. Because YouTube is not it's not easy, but it's fun. Like I feel it's really cool.
I'm a true believer in reinvesting into the community, and I think that's the way to go here.
For sure, and you guys know that I tended to do as many giveaways as I could in the past, and I know I haven't done one in a while, so we need to brainstorm that and figure out what we can do, because I want to make it a bit more interactive as well from that perspective, and do the giveaways not just as a kind of raffle, but maybe as a more involved thing. We were actually thinking of maybe doing some sort of either Echo VR or some other game tournament, and having the prizes for the winners in that kind of way.
Yeah.
But obviously we need to, like, we're either gonna play and not like I want to play too. But I'm not gonna take away any prizes. I promise.
Yeah, me too. I also I couldn't do that because, well, my skill level is here, and I think that other skill level is here. So I think we need to step up the game a bit.
I think it depends. Like, we did have a few games where we kind of crushed it in Echo VR, but yeah, we do need to learn to do it a bit more, and I might need to find a different place in my house to actually play it, because in the actual man cave, Bogdan was saying at the beginning of the stream that he has like a 3x3 meter play space, and I probably have like 2x2 meters, but if I go too close to one side, I might punch my desk, which I've done multiple times.
Oh, I did that once, and what?
I thought my controller broke, and then I thought my hand broke.
I thought my hand broke, and that I did not really care about the controller because the pain was so intense.
Yeah, I know.
So intense, man.
I think I still have like marks around my fingers.
I was trying to throw an underhand something disc. It happened so fast.
You should play Thrill of the Fight, but just stay clear of your TV.
Whenever I'm jumping into that, I'm actually defining my guardian to be even smaller.
Yeah.
Just if I do a step, not to get to anything close.
You can now, like, I think it was 3 or 4 updates ago, you can now change the speed with which the guardian pops up.
Yeah.
So you can change it to higher in like fast-paced games. So because it's happened to me in the past, like whenever my fist kind of hits the wall in real life, that's when the guardian pops up, and it's kind of too late. Like, what's the point? So you can make it faster, and you can also choose the proximity at which it activates. So if the guardian is here, you can choose for it to show up when you're here or further away, so that you're safer, I guess.
Lance, man, I'm sorry for you. I can totally relate to you. I understand. Sorry.
Oh my God. I just read the comment. Jesus, sorry, man.
Put ice on it. Maybe take 2 sticks and try to, keep your fingers still for a couple of days. Get better.
So Inspiractus, sorry.
Here, link already out.
Yes, it's out. If you have version 28, it should be in experimental features. So go in settings, and it's near the bottom, and you should see it there.
Yeah.
I actually didn't get a chance to do it. I checked it on my phone, and I got the update yesterday. But obviously I was here and I don't have my Quest, so I didn't get a chance to test it out. But we're definitely gonna prepare a video to see the difference between that and virtual desktop. Now, to be honest, I don't have my hopes that high yet, because it's still an experimental feature, and virtual desktop has been kind of doing it for years.
Honestly, I think that the issue right now that we are facing with Wi-Fi connectivity and the transfer speed between the PC and the Quest is also dependent on another thing that happened. We have a lot of devices which connect to our hubs, to our network.
That's kind of where Wi-Fi 6 comes in. Because you won't have devices connected on Wi-Fi 6, but it's actually the bandwidth, it doesn't even hit the cap for Wi-Fi 5, like 5 gigahertz.
I don't think that it's the moment to upgrade to Wi-Fi 6 if you don't need to. Thinking about myself, I'm probably gonna upgrade to Wi-Fi 6, I'd say in 3 to 6 months, because my router is pretty much starting to give out some signals that I need to be switched.
Yeah, you need to be careful when buying a Wi-Fi 6 router, because it's a lot of them they do say Wi-Fi 6 on the box, but you need to check it's AX.
Honestly,
if it's not AX, it's just marketing. A lot of them do say it's Wi-Fi 6, and they're actually not. They just run on 5 gigahertz. It's just they have a way of creating an extra 5 gigahertz dedicated network, which is not a bad thing. Again, like you could use it that way too, but it's still not going to be Wi-Fi 6 level like what you would expect.
Honestly, I don't think that I'll be going with let's call it commercial solution, because as you know, I'm Captain Overkill.
Yeah, pretty much.
So just to give you a glimpse of what we're talking about, I was having a chat with Andy a couple of months ago, and he mainly named me Captain Overkill because I tend to, you know, if I need a USB battery, I'm gonna buy a big one, like not a 10,000. I'm gonna go with the biggest one.
Just make it even simpler. Like if he needs a match to light up a barbecue, he's probably gonna get like 6 Zippo lighters and like a flamethrower.
No, I'm gonna get the boring gun.
Yes,
the boring flamethrower.
Yes, that would be.
Honestly,
I would honestly like that's one thing that you could use VR for as well. Like being able to use stuff in VR that you would never be able to use in real life, because we're probably not gonna handle one of those ever.
Depending on the amount of money that you have.
How much is it? Like, can you actually buy it as a like regular person?
Honestly speaking, I don't really know, but I think that you can probably identify some guy who knows some guy and get one.
Okay.
I don't think it's that hard.
Probably.
There's a theory in the world that in 10 connections you can get to each and every individual on the planet just by relaying.
Yeah, fine, but it's not like they're necessarily gonna reply to you or anything. It's just, but yeah, you can, and I'm not sure, Inspiractus, if it's limited to any country. They didn't say anything about that. Like they said it's gonna be available globally to everybody, and if you have version 28, it's weird that you don't see it, and especially if you have the 120 hertz already, because that came in the same update. So it's weird, but I'm actually gonna look into it. And Gerardo is saying, going back to the wall punching thing, is saying especially in Gorn. Have you actually tried Gorn?
No, I have not.
You really need to clear your play space. Like I was, my wife was working in the man cave, and I had to try out Gorn the first time I tried it. I tried it in the room next to it. And I think she came in like 10 times maybe to see if I was okay, because she kept hearing punching, because it's the type of game where you really want to swing your arms when you hit someone, because you have like nunchucks and like swords and hammers, and they're all
you have to build momentum and stuff like that.
Not necessarily, like from a gameplay perspective, no, but you kind of want to.
Oh, okay.
So you kind of want to like smack them as hard as you can. And you end up hitting stuff.
I don't know.
And back when I tried it, it wasn't the thing we were talking about earlier about the Guardian sensibility. It wasn't available yet.
Yeah.
So it kind of showed up as I was punching my desk.
As a trick, I've also put up that setting in which I can always see the Guardian
on the floor. The tracing, the line of it. Yeah, me too.
Even if it's not that immersive and it somehow breaks your rhythm. I think it's much safer, at least until I get and my body gets adapted to the concept of VR.
Yeah, but I think you're okay. Like if you didn't have any issues in the tutorial from Echo, like that's a good thing.
No, honestly speaking, I get a bit of issues with Echo VR when I activate the tilt, the roll. Yeah, no, my body can't handle that.
I haven't actually tried it. Like I've never turned it on.
It was.
I think it's called pitch, actually.
Yeah, pitch. I would call it.
Roll is like
for
this,
me,
like rolling forward, and pitch is like this.
I would call it barf at the first touch. The first time I hit
I think you tried Air Car, right? Like the one from Steam, where you drive around like in a cyberpunk city.
That didn't really
Did you try rolling the car around while you drove?
Nothing. Didn't have the same effect.
Really?
Because
that
you
was
had
pretty
the depth
hardcore
of,
for me at the beginning.
You had the depth of field, you had the buildings around you, you had like the sky, you had some objects, and I think that somehow brings the confusion of the brain down a bit.
Because you have reference points and you can actually
but
see where you are.
In the Echo Arena, you have the gates, and if you get too close to an object and you reverse, you can't really figure out where you are.
Yeah, I agree. I fully agree.
It's somehow tricky. Yeah, it's somehow tricky.
I don't know. It was fun, and I think we're probably gonna do some sort of recap of Oculus's event.
Yeah.
And now that we have Bogdan as well, we'll be making a lot more videos. Like I've done my best to put out a video a week. Maybe I've missed a few weeks, but in other weeks I put out 2. So I'm doing my best to keep up with the good content. But having Bogdan now, we'll surely put out more content together and make it look and feel even better, I guess. By the way, like there are 12 people left. What did you guys think about the stream and the overlays and everything? I hope it was okay, but I imagine if we had the most amount of people on the live stream we've ever had, like I imagine it was
for everyone who's here and has been here on previous streams. You've probably seen that we changed. The first time we had the setup, the second time we had an upgrade from that setup, and now we have a totally clean new setup.
Yeah,
we're
learning.
We couldn't really adapt the V2 setup to this location, but somehow the cleanliness and the idea of this also gave us some ideas to create, the 4th version. So
for sure,
stay tuned for more graphic updates.
I think I'm gonna maybe think about a setup I might do in my living room as well, just for a different flavor and not just be only in the man cave. Because
we could go.
It's nice, like having this type of chat and just sitting back on a couch. Like it's really it's a casual conversation, and I've tried to be as casual and as human as possible.
Just to give you a glimpse of, let's call it history, we haven't really have seen each other since
my wedding 2 years ago.
Yeah, so that's been
we haven't seen each other in 2 years. And by the way, for anybody who might be concerned why we're sitting this close and not wearing any masks or something, this guy's vaccinated, and I'm gonna get vaccinated on Saturday with the first dose, and I'll be back here in 2 weeks. Maybe we'll do another, we'll see. And get the second dose and then go back home. But then we'll both be vaccinated, so we'll be able to hopefully see each other more often. And I look forward to having you in the man cave, because he's actually not been in my house at all. Like we're super good friends, but kind of you guys know what happened throughout 2020. And I got it at the end of 2019, and he was supposed to come over in Dublin in March or April or something.
Somewhere.
And then stuff happened, and he wasn't able to come anymore.
Yeah, stuff happened. Yeah, thank you very much, guys, for the feedback regarding the stream.
And Mr. White, we're always going to talk to the live chat, and you can always find us on Discord and in games and stuff. So we won't stop even if the channel goes to a quadrillion subscribers, which I don't think there are that many people on the planet, but it's fine. We'll still talk to you guys, and we'll still play with you guys, because it's why we're doing it, and it's the fun part of it. I mean, it's fun setting stuff up and setting the stream up and everything. A bit frustrating at times when stuff doesn't work properly, but the fun part is when it actually works, and we're seeing the excellent connection badge on the YouTube stream. So it means the internet is top notch. The internet connection and everything is stable and good. I hope it looks good. I'm using the same camera actually that I'm using for filming my videos. The reason it's not looking quite as good is just because when streaming you can't actually stream in 4K unless you have like NASA grade internet.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Regarding the quality, I'm just thrilled to go check out the stats of the stream and
yeah, me too.
Seeing their 0 dropped frames, that just makes my heart
wow.
go big. So hopefully on the receiving end you guys had the same experience. And
yeah, the guys kept saying in the chat. I think it was a bit higher in the chat.
Yeah.
They said it was fine, like from all perspectives, like it was great. So it's really good here.
I see that Inspiractus wasn't really that entertained by the Oculus stream, and I somehow share his feeling about this.
Yeah,
I am excited about the fact that they are releasing new things and announcing, so that motion is good. But the actual content, I would give it a.
I think
I would give it a B minus.
It takes a while.
B minus.
I think the Resident Evil 4 thing was leaked a few days before. Like I think it was supposed to be like a big surprise.
Yeah.
And it wasn't quite the case.
Yeah.
But
yeah, unfortunately. So I would
Mr. White says everything was smooth. So thanks, man.
Thank you very much. So overall I would give the event a B minus because it was pre-recorded. It had nothing live in it. Doing a live event is a lot more harder, and I think that in this VR setup is even harder if you want to go for the transitions and what we were discussing about Apple's events and stuff like that. That was also pre-recorded, but the quality made you not even consider the fact that it was a recording.
You didn't care.
Right now,
it looked
in
like
this
a
one,
movie.
and this one, honestly, we're not pros, but we are trying to learn and to better develop. Looking at the quality of the image on the stream, they used a green screen. It was clearly visible because they had bouncing.
As you guys see, we don't have a green screen here. Like it's an actual space, and we actually used NVIDIA Broadcast to kind of have a virtual green screen, and it almost looked better than the one Oculus used.
You know why? Because they had
her
bouncing,
too close to the green screen.
They had her too close to the green screen, and the light from the green screen was bouncing and creating silhouettes. On the body. And come on, you're Oculus, you're Facebook.
That's
we're
it.
Amateurs, and we're not necessarily us too personal, but people on the internet are doing better streams and better videos on green screens with no money. I mean, people nowadays.
I think that's it. Like I don't mind because I'm one of them, and like we're two of them making like VR content.
Yeah.
But I think creators on YouTube overall are making a lot more content than the actual developers and producers of the hardware, which is.
I noticed that Gerardo is mentioning that if Steam would make a showcase like this. Oh my god, I think
I fully agree.
Steam would probably pour in so much money for that.
Yeah.
Just looking at the two of their, let's call it biggest cash cows, Dota 2 and Counter-Strike Global Offensive. If you just if you just look at those games and check out the marketplace, there's an entire ecosystem and financial system in the backend. 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, not sure exactly when, Steam released an update for CSGO and put up some stickers on discount. That actually crashed the whole Steam marketplace. That's the power that Steam has.
I've seen that, yeah.
And I would like be really, really interested to see the next Alex or the next thing that they are going
supposedly
to do.
They're working on it.
The Source 2 engine.
Supposedly they're working on it. It supposedly has the codename Citadel. So I guess we'll see. It's something we'll have to see. But yes, bringing that engine to more stuff. And I don't know if it would be necessarily in Steam's best interest, but I would love to see it in some shape or form as a standalone engine for the Quest 2. That would be awesome.
Honestly speaking, I think that if Steam would do this, if Steam would actually transfer the CS:GO from the existing flat level to VR, I think that Pavlov contractors and they're out of the market for a segment of the market.
They have their player bases, and the thing is, those games can be played standalone on the Quest. Like there are a lot of people, even in our community, that have that don't necessarily have a powerful enough computer, whereas a lot of people can buy the Quest and just use it instead of paying thousands and thousands on a computer and the cable and everything else.
Honestly speaking, I don't think that's an issue, that big of an issue. I think that they could port the Source 1 engine for something low
Probably
level,
like Counter-Strike 1.6 or like
no. Porting the Source engine to make a version based on Half-Life 2 graphics, and engine, because that could match up with the Quest's specs.
I agree.
Mainly when I played Half-Life 2 the first time, I think it was 2000 and something. I think I had the dual core processor, like 2 gigs of RAM, and
but back then, to be fair, like 30 FPS was like the good stuff.
Yeah, of course.
So right now with the Quest, like with VR in general, you do not want to drop below 72. Like that's why Oculus actually launched the Quest with 72 Hertz, because that's the minimum they've discovered as being good enough. With 90 now it's even better. With 120 in the latest update, I guess we'll see. We'll have some games to support it, but I think in more demanding games, it's going to completely destroy battery life. That's going to be bad.
Hey, yo, Mr. White, you're 100% true and right about the cheaters. But I would also love to see CSGO in VR, because, fun fact, I usually play some CSGO. I think I play like 2 or 3 times during a week. Sometimes I go a bit above that and go daily, but cheaters is something which mainly is making me
just a second, Inspiractus. So you said you restarted the Oculus app with VPN and you still don't have Airlink. It wouldn't be in the Oculus app, so you need to go into your actual headset. So you wouldn't find any of those experimental features in the actual app. You need to activate it while in your Quest 2. So go into the settings and essentially activate it from there. You might see it. So give it a try. Again, I don't have my Quest with me, but Bogdan is gonna be home tomorrow, and maybe he's gonna check his and update you guys on the Discord. Maybe do a quick recording of how to activate it and just post it on the Discord or on like YouTube Shorts or something.
Not 100% sure that I'll manage to do this tomorrow, because
not tomorrow. Tomorrow you'll check it. I'm like, you can post it in the weekend or something.
In the weekend probably. I'm gonna give you guys an update on the Discord server about this. For sure.
Okay, this was awesome, guys. But I think we might say goodbye to you guys for now. Until our next one. We really appreciate you stopping by and watching our stream. We know you could have watched Oculus's instead, but you chose to be here and not there, and it really means a lot. And
thank you very much.
Thank you. If you've seen the latest video where I have the bloopers, thank you.
Thank you.
I'll see you guys soon. We'll see you guys soon.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
We're moving you to Precinct 303. Should be a good fit. Most of the block's jacked in or too strung out to make trouble. Minor gang activity, some triad, cryptopunks, AI rights activists. I'm sure you'll find ways to keep busy. Just try to keep your nose clean. I know it's tough. Nothing stays clean for long.